in Looper, they've got like a carpet, you know, out in the middle of nowhere that your future self appears on, that one designated spot that you know they'll appear, so that your future self can gun them down. Do you know why that happens, Boo?
Why?
Because there is such a vast difference between things like the lay of the land, the geography, you know, that differ between time periods. It's just kind of nice or consistent, gives you peace of mind to know that when you time travel, when you appear in this next time zone, this next time period, you don't end up, I don't know, maybe they decided to build a building where you're standing now. Or a house. Or a flagpole. Or an electric power plant. I mean, who knew we would get so efficient at solar energy, and now you are the panel. So that is to say that while light speed skipping is really cool to watch in action, and there's no doubt in my mind that Poe is capable of doing it. So it's not like, oh, I'm getting my kayfabe broken. No, just the terrifying implications of how and how. Because every time they jumped, I don't know about you, but every time they jumped and then reappeared, every time he reappeared, there was like a pole like 2 inches away from the Falcon. He always managed to do it in the most crowded, busy areas I have ever seen. And it just makes me think, man, if you weren't this good, or if you like slightly miscalculated one day and zigged when you should have zagged, are you just gonna like appear in a Cloud City like conference room, or like he appeared in front of a worm and then led a few Empire ships into it? What if he had just appeared inside the worm's mouth? How do you know? You're light speed skipping.
I think that's the wonder of it, though. That's how you make it. You know.
I think that's why you never do it. Like Han Solo would look at you and say, "Listen, kid, you ever wake up with the deck of another spaceship in your chest? No, you want to keep it that way? Don't light speed skip." Like BioShock Infinite, we travel into the future and all the weapons are gone. It's like, up. Well, see, we could have ended up inside a wall. It's a good thing we didn't. But, that is to say, you left me inside of a wall there. So, thank you for light speed skipping.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
I'm just gonna sit
What?
back here
I didn't
where
leave you inside of no
we don't
wall.
leave our fire teammates inside the wall.
Did not leave you inside of no wall, sir.
Whatever you say, Roger Waters. Whatever you say, Roger Waters. You and your band. All in all, Jessica left me stuck in the wall.
Oh, gee.
All in all, she's just too content to come back at all.
Wow.
She don't need no expert penguins. Hey, watch out. Leave Penguin alone. The album will be out by the end of this year.
Will it?
Yeah, you know, you just have to abandon me in a few more locations and I think we'll be good.
What? No.
Hey, you. How you doing?
Hello. I'm doing okay. We started very late today.
Well, there's a crab at the helm. What are you gonna do? now.
Okay.
You know, it's the last night.
How are you
It's
feeling?
the last night of banana, and I have never gone a whole banana without bananaing before. It makes me feel weird. Like not one bounty,
That's true.
not one anything.
That's true. I don't have a bounty.
You wanna slap a
yet
banana
done.
and do some experiments?
I feel like that's a trick question.
I said, do you want to slap a banana and do some experiments?
Wait, you're not. Oh, you left the fire team. Oh my god. I thought you were here.
How can you consistently think I'm here when it shows you everything? Everything.
But how did you leave the fire team?
It shows you
When did you leave?
everything. It says, "Hey, look, you are
Oh,
not
there you are.
alone."
Okay.
See, this is why in this timeline, that's why the lyrics are, she don't need no expert penguins, because it's like, are you sure you want to leave, with your current fire team? And she's like, hold on, maneuver.
Oh my god, wait a minute.
Don't no one care.
You joined, but they put you on the other team, I think.
Don't worry about, expert penguin. He doesn't need to be physically on the fire team. Even if he's here in spirit, he'll still get the points. And Destiny's like, but it doesn't work that way. Oh, she's gone. All right.
No.
And wait, what did you just say?
I think it let you join, but I think you're in the other team.
Really?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh no.
The howls are quiet.
Well,
Return to the fight.
it was splendid knowing you, dear. I apologize in advance for what's about to happen to you and your team.
What? No.
Opponent
Why?
claims zone A. Opponent
you
Sorry,
just,
dear.
you know.
Fate put us on this path. Fate.
Yep, you're in the other team.
Oh dear. Well then. You see what happens? This is what we call
5 minutes.
karma.
Opponent claimed zone B. The pack
It
is
happened
hot.
one too many times.
What?
Gabriel would inevitably leave Expert Penguin until the last time. Dejected and upset, he found comfort and solace in the other team.
Comfort and solace in the other team.
What accent is that? What is that even? What are you even saying?
Return to the fight.
What are you even saying? The other team? What Ugandan knuckles kind of voice?
That's not a Ugandan
absolute-
knuckles. That's like a
Opponent
fake
claims zone
British
B.
Oh, that
accent.
I'm
British who?
Hello.
You
Hello.
will endure.
Oh, jeez.
Women
Okay,
are
sorry.
so weird. Women are so weird.
What? How is that weird?
Did you teabag me? Didn't your
Yes.
team just get mercy ruled?
No. You got
What do you
mercy
mean
ruled.
I got mercy ruled?
Your team got mercy ruled.
Was I there the entire time?
I mean, no.
I think it's hilarious
But-
that had I won, had I been there the entire time and we destroyed y'all, you would have been like, you're cheating. But your team of flunkies beat this team of blueberries that they just stuck me on, obviously because somebody quit. I was like, screw this, and I got slotted into the onto the losing team. Like, oh wow, this is fun. Okay. And then you teabagged me? What's going on today? What is this? Let's check under the floor. Am I being punked? Is Dado hiding behind?
I never thought I'd get to do that.
Why would you do that?
Oh god. Because there's no other opportunity for that. We're always on the same team. I never, I don't have the opportunity to go and kill you.
You didn't kill me. You didn't even kill
I got
me.
you. And
You
then
didn't
I-
even kill me. Your teammate, no,
Yes,
your
I did.
teammate did. And you got credit for it because you were obviously shooting at me. You didn't kill me. That dude did. Don't you go
okay.
freeloading off someone else's kills with your duck butt and then just plant that oily, you know what? Just hitting me with the oily duck butt, squatting on me. This is I'm renaming this episode. Clearly, this is the night of disrespect. Where's edit name? This is the night of disrespect. Listen to this laughing.
God.
Do you hear this cat? What? You know what? No. No.
No. What do you mean no? Oh god. That was just special. It was one of those gifts from the universe, You just never think it's gonna happen, and then it happens, and you're just like,
Mm-hmm.
what? Okay, I'm sorry. Clearly, we are back on the same team, where we belong.
Okay, so as soon as the game starts, I'm just gonna keep jumping off the level. And, pick up. Gonna pick up the
Why?
heavy and just jump off the stage with it. Yeah. 50,000 glimmer.
For
I
what?
promise. Yeah. Send it to me. Yeah. Yes.
You're gonna grab all the heavy and jump off. Don't do that. You're hurting 4 other people.
Yeah. Well, guess
Yeah.
what? I gave
What?
them the address to the stream, and now they have a direct window into what our team can do. No, I'm not gonna do that. That's silly. That's that General Hux strategy.
Iron Banner.
I don't want to
Yeah.
lose. I just want Kylo Ren to fail. And then you got shot in the next scene. Because that is not smart.
This contest
Yeah,
will
those
shape
are
you into
not
something
goals.
stronger. Go.
That's just banana nuts insanity.
Don't you talk to me. I'm gonna stand here and dance. Yeah, what? Do something.
Opponent claimed Zone C. Zone A captured.
Well, you can dance.
Zone B captured. Zone advantage is yours. Zone A lost.
Okay. Anybody else having? Also, have you noticed something weird about my caps lately? About my captures?
Weird? They're a little
Zone
small.
C captured.
That's the only thing you noticed about my captures? The frame rate's all screwed up.
Well,
It's not. The frame rate's not smooth.
Oh,
it's like
yeah.
patchy.
I thought you were doing that on
No,
purpose for some reason.
my Xbox has been recording them like that for
Oh.
like the past few days.
Zone C
It's
lost.
not.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
it's
weird.
not 30 frames either.
No, it's not. It's less than 30 frames.
Zone A captured. Zone advantage is yours.
That's interesting.
Oh my god, everybody in this place is trying to kill me and
Hey.
it's not working. I love them, but they're bad. Hold on, I gotta kill this guy. It's getting on my nerves. He's getting to me. Gotta kill him. Bye. No! No! That, you know, there's something to be said about shield bashing and stopping right in front of someone. But yeah, no, it's been doing that for the past few days. I don't know why. I don't know why. Ever since I recorded the Corridors of Time clip for you, they've been like that.
Interesting.
Makes me sad though.
Maybe it's you're running out of memory or something?
In my Xbox? 'Cause this is a console thing.
Maybe. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
what I
but-
mean. Maybe you're running out of
What
memory.
does that have to do with the software and the way that it works? That doesn't make sense.
I don't know. It's a guess.
But why would that be a guess? Is there a proven record of being low on hard drive space affecting the frame rate of your capture software? What?
I don't know.
Well, then that's not really a suggestion.
It's a thought.
Oh, it could be aliens.
Zone A lost.
Oh, come on.
I mean,
No, maybe. I don't know. Maybe it's a setting or something.
could be the sodium content in the air. Maybe the air is dry. And the sodium is slowing down my Xbox, you know? I've lost a few matches. I could be, you know, exuding salt from my
That
orifices.
could be.
You captured Zone A.
That's true.
Zone
Maybe your
B
Xbox
lost.
is
Zone
malfunctioning due
advantage
to all
is
the
yours.
sodium
Zone C captured.
present in
Zone
the room.
advantage is yours.
There's a contingency of people just double teaming me. I'm not sure if I should keep
Zone
using
A
the weapons I'm
lost.
using if there's gonna be crabs slipping through the cracks here.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not a
Zone
fan
B
of getting like
captured. Two
double
zones
teamed
are
over and over.
yours.
It's not fun to my brain.
Yeah. That would get to me, too, if there were just a bunch of people coming after me. Consistently.
Sorry.
What happened?
Someone stole my kill, but you know, it's okay.
Zone A captured.
We were having the most
Zone
awkward
Find
slap
Okay.
fight
prey and end
Guardian could ever have. It was like day one for both of us. Ooh! Don't do that in mixed company. That's not nice.
That is not nice indeed.
Good counter. Now hit them.
Watch
again.
out, there's somebody out there using the How did that
Ah,
even What? He's
I don't know. You,
he's
you know
behind the
what? His
wall.
life bar was.
Let the wolves rest. The hunt is over.
He what? Who? You? Are you still selling
Opponent
secrets to the
claimed
enemy?
Zone B. 5 minutes remain.
I thought I could get him, but
Zone
'cause I
A
thought his
captured.
life bar was halfway down. It did not.
Team,
It did not work out.
can we get that footage and replay it back? Zoom in. Look for an exchange of glimmer between their hands in that attempted quote-unquote kill. I believe it was a smoke screen.
Oh, stop.
I believe that was when the drop.
Opponent claimed
That was when the
zone
Maybe.
drop took place. During that sortie. Collusion.
Sorte.
Collusive. And underhanded.
Zone B captured. You have
Malevolent.
the advantage. Press on.
And untrustworthy.
Oh. Hey.
Ha ha ho.
Zone
Whoa.
B lost.
Elbows. I thought this was
Elbows,
the
huh?
Iron
C
Banner.
captured. Zone advantage is yours.
People are hitting.
Not the iron
Yeah, people are
elbows.
just hitting me with like macaroni. I don't understand. I heard Iron Banner, not the carb banner. This is the wrong. That was you that shot at my body.
You captured
What's
zone
with
No.
you and them
B.
spiky
Two
feet?
zones are yours.
Take those things off.
Why?
No. To what end, you fool? Alright, I don't know. Dark Souls, Phoenix Protocols, I don't know.
Okay.
Depends.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. That's true.
Like, are
I'm
you
gonna
making so many
switch
rifts
that out.
that's useful to you right now?
Yeah, no, you're right. I was thinking that before we started, but I didn't
Yeah,
switch
you
it.
could be doing some things with your armor, you know.
3 minutes left.
Oh wow, that didn't work. I tried to avenge you and
Are those knees or elbows? What was
you
that?
got kneed in the face. That was definitely a knee. That was definitely a knee.
What the? This freaking ass hat. What is he doing?
See, dear, you
Zone C
poisoned the
lost.
well.
You're being
Now the
hunted.
Iron Banner is
Don't
full of
let your guard
cheaters.
down. Your opponents are gaining. Hit them
Deals
harder.
are going on under the table. The mafia's infiltrated. People are throwing fights. Betting against their own faction.
They are.
I'm just, you know.
Another hunt will come soon.
Yeah, no, I don't know.
Opponent claimed Zone C. Zone B captured. Zone A captured. Zone advantage is yours.
No, it wasn't this bad earlier. I don't know why I'm doing so poorly. Inexperienced
Zone
and
B
lacking in
lost.
strategy.
Zone A lost. Now you are the
What the
hunted.
hell? Okay, that was unexpected.
Well, when you want to make that comeback. Maybe it's me. I haven't used Ariana's vow in forever. Give me advice.
1 minute remains.
What do you think I should do?
Is that what you're using right now?
Let the
Yeah, I'm
wolves
using the
rest.
bygones. I
The
thought
hunt is
I could
over.
use it. I haven't used the bygones in so long. It's the Iron Banner pulse rifle thingy.
Zone A captured.
Um,
Zone C captured.
Well,
The advantage. Press on.
what are
30
you? Are you an arc?
Woman, I am a void titan. You know what I
Shaxx must
is.
envy your strength.
Don't
Oh, you're a void.
don't
Well,
start
okay, you
with
got
me.
them shields.
You are
Talking
victorious.
Okay.
Before I send you to Principal Oshak Hennessy's office.
Oh, Shaq Hennessy.
Principal Oshak Hennessy. Don't act like you don't know who he is.
Okay.
I gotta say, this Iron Banner is weird to me. It's weird to me. Is it me or does it feel?
Yeah,
Does
okay,
it feel
in what
totally
way?
out of place to you, or is it just me? Maybe it's just me.
It's a little weird because it's happening at the same time as that very important quest we just did. And there's nothing else. I really get the impression they only did this to tide us over until Crimson Days.
Well, every week does have something attached to it. If you look at the roadmap, tomorrow is supposed to be Bastion for those of us who, you know, don't really
Get it.
go community hard like that. So, you know, they'll get to get down on it without having to run through 19
Yeah.
19 sequences of code and a googly.
And then you googly.
It's surprising just how much content there is not when you have no season pass. And I think this is probably
Wow.
the most satisfying season so far for me in terms of lore.
Mhm.
I
Yeah,
think they've
same.
woven the lore into
Uh,
this season really well. Like Season of the Undying, you had to stretch a little bit to really give some context to what you were doing. You know, but
mhm.
this, I do like the corridors and all the lore that's attached to it. We got all the books, by the by, and the
We did
weapon, the
get all the books.
C-14 mission when you save them. Was it
Mhm.
the parrot?
Yeah, that was hella fun.
There's sundials,
The perfect parrot.
and let's see. I think there's gonna be a new boss in the sundial. Probably not something that'll obliterate the game, but it it has story context. I think so. I don't
Mhm.
know if Scion flares or something, but yeah, yeah, it's good so far. The content is
Mhm.
good. I just want a little bit more sundial. I don't know about
Yeah.
I feel like I don't know what to expect, and at the same time I do. Does that make sense?
I'm not sure. What do you mean by that?
Okay, so I feel like I don't know. I have no idea what the next season's going to be about or where it's leading. That's the weird thing about seasons. They
Mhm.
seem to happen like a syndicated TV show. They're in their own little pocket dimension. It's like, uh, this week on Destiny, you know, kind of deal.
Mhm.
So I feel like I have no idea what it is, but I know in my heart of hearts there's gonna be a new vendor. Probably. There's going to be some kind of
Yeah.
horde mode.
Iron Banner.
Right.
A couple of new exotics and rabble.
Mhm.
And that's
Prove
it.
you're ready for what comes.
And I wonder if based on that, that's a good thing.
Opponent claimed Zone A.
Because while I don't mind being incentivized by
I
FOMO,
mean,
it's not ideal, to be frank.
right.
I don't know if I wanted to really step back and quantify how
Mhm.
significant I feel it's going to be or turn out. I have
Yeah.
very few answers that read as optimistic.
Zone B captured.
I feel
Zone
like
advantage is
Well,
I
yours.
feel like
yeah.
I feel like this first test year of season passery, I'm really feeling like the guinea pig a
Zone
little
A
bit.
captured. They hear the howls and no fear. You're pulling ahead.
I mean, yeah, we're all kind of guinea pigging it up right now because you can't. It's not really. It's not an annual pass. It's a season pass.
Yeah, I think I think the old structure of like expansion, DLC
Mhm.
expansion.
The flames have gone
Even
cold.
though it led to some pretty. I mean, I'm not gonna bite the hand that feeds. Before,
Like some
Zone
content
C
like, what do
drought.
you
captured.
think? All right, so what do you think? Because it's really easy to look back on things fondly when they're not
Opponent
what you
claimed
have
Zone B.
currently, and as
Opponent
we
claimed
as
Right.
we all
Zone
know,
A.
Inception told us. Okay, your memories will deceive you. You'll remember things better than you actually do remember them being. Stop that. Jeez.
Mhm. Yes.
So and especially in terms of Destiny, it can be really easy to do that and go, oh yeah, it was awesome back in the day, but we were complaining then too. So
Zone B captured. Zone
We were,
advantage
yeah.
is
prior to
yours.
this, we had content. All right, so we had giant content drop / game or like major release, DLC,
Mhm.
DLC. But
You've extended
after
your
every
lead.
new piece of
I'm not
standalone
surprised.
content, there were pretty significant content droughts. Like I'm
Right.
talking like 2 to 3 months
Zone C
without
lost.
anything new would happen. You get a
You
big old
captured
drop.
Zone A.
Where there
You
was
have
really,
the advantage.
But
Press on.
yeah,
so do you think?
there was really no reason to play it again.
Well, I mean, you could keep doing raids, and you could keep, and they would add little things here and there. But the thing was, the season content was kind of a la carte. Remember, because you paid for the expansion, so season content on its own was usually a la carte in the way it operated. So did you like that a little bit more?
Yeah.
Like big old drop, mini drop, mini drop, little free shit in between? Because I feel like we've cut off every leg except the, mini free shit. The mini free shit is basically the main shit now.
Yeah.
And there's no longer expansions or deluxe.
Annihilate them.
So I don't.
Yeah.
I just don't know which is better.
I mean,
like a constantly incentivizing carrot
Let the wolves
that
rest.
offers,
The hunt is over.
I think, less in terms of variety, or giant drop but nothing for months at a time.
Zone C captured. I'm calling it.
I think if I had everything I wanted in life from Destiny,
That's it.
Yeah.
One.
I would get a mixture of both. I know I'm probably not gonna get it.
Oh,
At least not anytime soon. But what I would like is, big DLCs, right? Like, big updates, and then the two DLC structure they had before. And then, honestly, I would be willing to pay for a season pass that includes all the little shit.
that's a lot of content, hon.
Well,
That's why I gave you a choice
that's
between what exists.
what
I mean,
yeah.
ideally, yeah. If Bungie had Epic's level of resources and I guess willingness to work massive amounts of crunch, because for all the content that Fortnite does constantly get constantly, and it's like, you know how when you see something come out in Fortnite, usually one of the thoughts you have is, geez, how? Like, how is that even possible? Like, how did you even make this? And how did you do this? And the answer to that is, it's because the Fortnite team works obscene hours and obscene, numbers of obscene amounts of crunch go into making sure that they can do something like a huge Rise of Skywalker expansion just because the movie's out, and then chuck it like nothing happened. So, yeah, I mean, ideally, I would love for them to make giant content drops and be able to support, the week-to-week going-ons. But, I mean, they had 3 teams and they couldn't even do that. When there were 3 separate teams working on the game, they couldn't do that. And now it's just them.
All right, well, if I had to choose one, I would choose the old structure.
So you didn't mind the 3-month droughts. You just like, playing the day-to-day.
No.
Just, Cause
Not really.
remember,
Because do you really need to play Destiny every single day? Not really.
I don't think so, but there are people who do and people who did.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not saying you can't. I mean, like you said, there are things that you could do. Like, if you wanted to do the raid, you could do that. If you wanted to do all the really, like we were saying the other day, like 1% of players are really doing this. Like, if you really wanted to go for all the really hard stuff, the content was there. Because the raids take a long time to do, and it takes time to prepare for them, and the rewards were appropriate,
Yeah, but remember,
right?
the first time you do them is when they take the most time. After you get it,
Right.
you got it. And then it's just a matter of getting you and your peeps together, or, not to poop on raids, because I love doing raids, but they are the kind of content where, they'll eventually settle into the same way a strike like the back of your neck. That happens in a raid too. It does.
Yeah, but I think I would rather they gave me meatier updates, like Meteor DLC for sure. Like I would want to have one big game whenever they
Iron
release the
Banner.
game. Usually I'm gonna say September. That's the big, big update. And then like little stuff here and there, like the stuff we got used to, like
Show
Festival of the Lost and Crimson Days and stuff. But that's free still.
Hmm.
That's they're not
Zone
charging
C
us for that.
captured.
You can play that for free.
Opponent claimed Zone A.
And it's also a matter of, philosophy, because again, like when you have people that like really burn through the content, people that play it, like people that do pop it on for at least an hour or so
Opponent
every
claimed
day.
Zone B.
Now people that come back every now and then,
Lost the lead.
and there's just a wealth of content just like waiting for them when they pop it back on.
Yeah.
But like,
Right.
I feel like it could be satisfying, but it would have to be meaty, and then you'd be sacrificing the daily kind of nature of updating the game, because it's very easy to
Zone
fondly
C
remember
lost.
Destiny
The
after it's
wolf's
all
howl
done,
may be the
and you
last
remember
thing
everything
you
you've
hear.
played. But think about those things in the moment, like when the Dark Below came out. It was like or
Their small
better yet,
game
remember
has
when we
become
beat Curse of
something
Osiris?
else. Don't let them continue.
It took us 3 hours
Yeah,
to beat
I don't
that.
want that.
No, you don't. You want that? Really? You want to beat Panoptes in 3 hours?
No. Well, that's what I said. I said no. I said I don't want that.
Okay. I was about to say, what? What do you mean you want that?
Opponent claimed Zone C.
I said I don't want that.
Opponent claimed
Do
Zone
not
A.
want that. Well, that was the issue with that specific update. Like it
Zone
was
C
way too
captured.
short. Way too short.
Well, that's a clear and present danger if you do the update, and because then you'll be stuck with potentially inadequate content.
Zone B captured. Zone advantage is
Well,
yours.
they need to fix that. Like they need to not do that. Like that was certainly a problematic period for Destiny.
Well, that's why they kind of slunk into this model in the first place, because they were tired of, well, I guess not tired, but I don't know,
Zone
found a
B
reason to be
lost.
disappointed in a few of them, like as they were coming out.
Good counter. Now hit them again.
Oof,
Two
that's tough.
down.
Oof. Oh no, you poor soul. Did you see that?
How are we losing this
You
badly
captured
right
Zone
now?
A.
No.
2 zones are yours. Zone C lost.
Because, yeah, it's very simple.
Zone
It's
B
because
captured.
you are not
Zone
putting
advantage is yours.
So put it on the chain lock! Down with the other chain lock! Sorry, I called like 3.
Alrighty.
Here. I mean, have you... You scoff, but have you ever tried? In your heart of hearts,
Have I ever?
have you ever tried?
I can't say that I have. No.
Zone A lost.
Hold on, I gotta shoulder charge somebody. All right. There you go. Well, I'm just a good old American boy with a heart that's red, white, and true.
2 down.
Oh, for the guardian with the red and the freckles and
Zone
the
A
eyes
captured.
there, sky
Light
is
versus
blue.
light. Zone advantage is yours.
Gotta keep her safe from the hunters on the other side of town. What?
Zone C
A
captured.
hand on the arrows
Everything's
always
yours.
acting like
Relish this time.
clowns. Gotta keep that light from getting dirty and brown, 'cause that's the American way.
What is that song?
What? It's it's country music. I'm from Texas.
You're from Texas, really?
Yeah,
Another
you know,
hunt will
what?
come soon.
What? What's wrong with my
Opponent
song?
claimed Zone B.
What are you trying to say?
Nothing.
Zone A.
Nothing's wrong with your song.
Okay.
It's a great song.
Oh, thank you. You gotta watch out for those guardian homies. You know, the last city's a melting pot, so you don't know where anyone comes from.
Zone C captured. 2 zones are yours.
Rub
5
4.
minutes
No.
remain.
I'm just wondering what you meant by guardian homies.
You're closing the gap.
I don't know. I
Handle
mean,
them.
they're homies. I mean, homie means friend. I don't know what you think I mean, but
Well, I guess I was confused because you were singing a country song and then you started talking about homies. I was like, wait, is he from Texas? Is he actually from Texas?
why do we not say homies?
I mean, usually country singers don't say homie, no.
Oh my gosh.
Zone
I'm
A
just saying.
lost. Zone B captured. Zone
I don't know.
advantage
I
is
think you're
yours.
getting kind of racist on me.
I'm getting racist? Man, I'm not racist.
Your
I'm just
persistence
saying.
serves you well. Fight on. Zone C lost.
Wow.
Zone
Wow,
C
the
captured.
silliness.
2 zones are yours.
Indeed.
I'd like to test my
Hey, y'all
might
tired?
against
Yeah, we
another
Y'all
recovered.
tired of seeing my
That's
name
good.
at the bottom of the screen, or is it just me?
someday.
Is it just me? Or are they tired of seeing my name at the bottom of the screen?
Zone B lost.
They could be. They could be tired of seeing that, you know.
Zone A captured.
Fuck.
Zone advantage is
I'm
yours.
so mad.
Zone C lost. Zone B captured.
Why?
2 zones are yours. Three minutes left.
Because, dude, I feel like I was putting my ankles into this,
Mm-hmm.
and because of all the corruption you've introduced to the Iron Banner with the disrespect,
The disrespect.
are you a Stormcaller?
Yes.
Zone C captured. Ah, yes. The hunt is on.
I am missing everything I wouldn't normally miss. What?
That's it.
No.
You won.
We won today, but something was lost in the fight. My dignity.
What was lost? Oh no.
If anyone finds it in...
Oh, you're still in
if anyone
first.
I am.
Yeah.
Said who? Oh!
You were in first place.
That did not feel like a first place game at all. You're in second?
You killed 20 people. Mm-hmm.
You're out here killing 18 people?
I did kill 18 people.
See, and this is why the path of the righteous bird is beset on all sides. See, this is why. This is why this happens.
The path of the righteous snoot.
Yeah, oh, man. I mean, it must really be something for your own community to just kind of, foil you at every turn. So now I guess they've learned.
You're
if we're
talking
gonna-
about.
yeah. Thinking about how the rest of the season's gonna go, with how many days are left
Mhm.
on the old pacemaker? 42
Oh.
days. With 42 days to go, which is
Mhm.
roughly about, what is that? 42. That's like 6 weeks. 6 weeks. With 42 days left in this
Yep.
season, I'm pretty sure they were kind of
Mhm.
relying on the corridors to take up at least 2 or 3 of those weeks.
3 of those.
Yeah, just to distract us. You know, while they percolate the next cliffhanger. But I don't know. I don't know what we're gonna do for the next 4
Yeah, I
weeks.
don't think it worked out that way.
I don't know what the failsafe was. I mean, releasing Bastion early was definitely a reactionary move. But
And I'm assuming Crimson Days is coming next week.
oh yeah,
right?
that's right. So we're gonna have Crimson Days to distract us.
We're gonna have Crimson Days for. I mean, it can't be longer than a week.
I think it should at least be 2 because the last time it was a week. That's precisely why I didn't play it. Because remember, you had to go out. You had to go away.
Yeah.
You remember you had to go away the week of Crimson Days last year.
Yeah, so we didn't really get to play it. That's true. That's true.
Yeah, so if it's a week, guess we're not playing that. You know, I don't want to do that. Hopefully they'll make it 2 weeks long.
Yeah.
We'll have lots of. We'll have a lot of duos. But yeah, I wonder if there's a. I mean, they already showed the roadmap. You know what I think? I think not showing everything on the roadmap would do a lot to, you know, excite people.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, 'cause it says, alright, so, yeah, in February is the Empyrean Foundation, another boss in the Sundial, and then 211 to 218. Yeah, it's only a week. 211 to 218 is Crimson Days.
211 to 218. Wow.
One week. And I don't know what the Empyrean Foundation is. I have no clue.
Yeah, I don't know
I mean,
either.
the picture, I don't know. It looks like that place on Mercury. You know, when you're in the sundial and you go to Mercury, there's this like huge flight of steps. Yeah, that area. I have no idea what that means. I don't know if it has anything to do with Saint 14 or me.
I feel like once I got the weapon, the Bastion, I feel like that was the last big speech I was gonna get from Saint 14.
Well, we do still have the book, the pigeon and the pheasant, or the eagle and the wait.
Yeah, the pigeon and the whatever. Yes.
Yeah, so we do have that. We have 19 chapters of a Saint 14 YA novel to get through.
Zone A captured.
We do.
But yeah, story.
But it was like it felt like
Yours. The lead is yours.
It felt like what?
I felt like that was like the logical conclusion to his arc this season.
Yeah, you might be right. Like it came out a bit early.
Yeah. Yes, it did. For sure. Because he's gonna be around for another 46 days, as he said. I'm assuming he's not leaving. You know?
Nah, that doesn't make sense.
He's just gonna be.
Spend all that money making a Saint 14
He's gonna be
character
standing
model
there.
just to use it for one season and one season alone.
No. And record all that dialogue with him. That was so cool.
Yeah, like I like, you know, I like that he has a function.
Zone
I
A
don't
captured.
want him to turn out like Ikora.
Yeah.
Show them what that means.
Because if he turns out like Ikora, I'm just gonna be annoyed. Ikora has virtually nothing to do. What does Ikora do? What does the Warlock like? What
Nothing.
purpose
She
does the
just
Warlock
stands there.
Vanguard serve in the tower? Like, why are you here? Why are you here, Ikora? You have nothing to give anyone.
Owls are quiet. Return to the fight.
Like,
Yeah, it's true.
Like, you want to give people reasons to engage with the tower, right? Like, as a piece of content.
Yeah.
Ass. So,
Zone A captured.
say Mayhem. All right. Say Bungie actually realize that they are the creators of Halo, and that this is something they've done before, very easily, I might add. But why isn't there just a version of the Crucible that is non-committal? Maybe it lets you play like really stupid, silly
Opponent
shit.
claimed Zone C. Opponent
Like you
claimed
can play
Zone
really
B.
dumb, silly shit, but it won't get you like experience or anything, right? Now, why can't Ikora be like the head of whatever that is? Like, say if instead of being a rotating event, that Mayhem was just something goofy. You know, like it is extremely goofy, but say you got a new weapon and you just wanted to test it out. You know, all the absurd amounts of ammo and all the stuff that you get in the mode is part of the reason you play it. Not really because you're looking to up your skill level or get better with a weapon. It's just goofy. So
No.
if you say you wanted to just veg out and get a ton of super kills, why couldn't Ikora be like the Mayhem vendor and just have Mayhem bounties with really obscene, you know, goals?
Zone A lost.
Yeah.
You know, or
That would be
or
really
why
cool,
doesn't
actually.
Ikora handle the damn quests? Like, why am I going to Amanda Holiday to pick up previous story content when archiving, while it may be in her skill set, is not something I would expect from her? But a warlock who's always seen reading books, keeping records,
Zone A captured.
you know, why isn't
zones
she
are
the
yours.
quest vendor? Why doesn't she have past level bounties? Like, man.
Well, she kind of used to be that, remember? She had meditations
Yeah.
where you could do stories over with her. Like, that actually made sense. I
Oh
liked
god,
that.
people are teleporting again. Sorry, somebody's lagging. But yeah, like she just sits there and she's a blank slate. She's been a blank slate since Curse of Osiris. So we went to her briefly for Vex Offensive when she was building her
Yep.
her Erector set.
Her Vex
Yeah,
Gate.
her Vex Mega Blocks.
Zone
Yeah,
B
Deary went that way.
The flames are lit, and you are the prey.
How dare you? Is that Jotun? Fook your Jotun. All right, that's it. I'm killing him. I'm gonna kill him dead, Guardian.
What? Kill him.
5 minutes.
Man, I
and
miss
you could
Varric.
swing either way. The flames have
Well,
gone
they will
cold.
try to kill you, dear. Kill them back.
Zone B captured. Vicious.
Nothing
The Jinglage Morgoon.
more accurate.
Tower Cottage.
What?
I just
Opponent claimed Zone C.
he asked me my name as the final.
Zone A captured.
moment slipped
Zone
away from him.
advantage is yours.
The Guardian slowly took off his helmet, making sure to pause after each word.
Zone B lost.
Jack Marius Tactheratrix was his name. It was absurd. Before the Guardian could question it, the light left. Press F.
What the? It's not a
Zone C
Jotun.
captured. You have
Freaking
the
asshat.
advantage. Press on.
Are you joking? How? That guy with the Jotun isn't very good with it. I mean, I watched him try to kill me with it. Dear, the key to avoiding Jotun is to move to the side. Just be a moving target. The thing about Jotun is that it can only fire where they were pointing it. That's how people get caught by it. Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
because people lead you into it. It shoots a
Zone
fireball that's
lost.
really easy to avoid. The thing is that you just don't see it coming. So when you see them glowing like that, yeah,
You captured Zone B.
like
Zone
start punching your
advantage
ticket
is
then, and if you
yours.
start moving early, you can always get them. What the shit? The irony of that is not lost on me, but I wasn't looking. I wasn't looking,
Did he get you?
but I wasn't looking.
Zone C lost.
Lag, not even a Jotun, but a lag Jotun. Like, why do you have to be the lag Jotun?
3 minutes left.
Like, people don't have enough problems in
Yeah.
the world. You got to be lagging and using Jotun at the same time. Some people just want to watch the burn world.
The burn world. And
Zone
then
B lost. Now you are the hunted.
just want to watch the tower burn.
I think that's what they hit the. I think that's what they hit the old tower with in the opening salvo. They were just firing Jotuns at the tower.
Ah,
Gaul was never one that was known, for playing fair.
The flames have gone cold.
that's right. He's probably firing Jotuns in random directions.
Opponent claimed Zone A. Zone C captured. Zone B captured. Zone advantage is yours.
What we learn. I'm mad. I'm unhappy.
You're unhappy.
That was not a good. Yeah, that was not a good fight. That was not what I would describe as optimal Penguin.
Mm. No.
Zone A captured. Ah yes, the hunt is on. Zone advantage is yours.
I just want, you know what? I just want an exotic with really fun utilities.
You know what? I tried to use the Bastion, and you only get one bullet. What
They
the
only
fuck?
give you one bullet in that thing.
You only get one bullet in
Another
Crucible.
hunt will come soon.
I was like, okay, that's not gonna work.
This is why I say, dear, the strategy of intentionally just throwing it out there broken and then just letting it sit for like a week or two, I think is the best strategy.
Zone B captured. Opponent claims Zone C.
Because
I mean, I was kind of looking forward to doing some absurd nonsense with it, you know?
in PvE,
But nope, they were like, in PvE, yeah, but
Zone
also
B
in
lost.
PvP,
The howl
like
of the
that's
wolf is
half
not
the
the
fun,
end.
you know?
right? Like you really wanted it. You really would have wanted it just to go into the
Yeah.
first inaugural Iron Banner with it, right?
Well fought.
Yeah.
And you're just rushing to get it by Tuesday so you could do it. But okay. I think. Tell me if this is a weird idea. Tell me if this is weird.
One.
The
was
game,
poetry
the
in
weapon comes
motion.
out as it is, right?
Mhm.
They don't do anything to it in any modes. Instead, opting to let us be the QA testers. Okay?
Mhm.
And we do that. We do just that. And I think based around, because you can never be totally sure, even in internal testing, just how something will be received, or how people will like it, or how it'll affect everything else in the game and affect the way people play. There's no way to tell. So I think they should let us do that.
Mhm.
I think it would give exotics a reputation and give people something to look forward to.
Mhm.
Because it's so funny whenever the game breaks in a very specific way and people start doing things in a certain way because the game is a certain way. So why not have every single exotic drop be what is this gonna do? No,
But-
I'm saying like have every exotic, like every new exotic be like, oh no.
Oh.
All right, what can you do with this?
That would
Like,
be
just
fun.
experimenting with it, like give it however many shots it needs. Just be a goof with it, because you know that based on what we're doing, they're probably gonna start nerfing parts of it, but at least it would give us the chance to
Yeah.
use it in every setting that we can. It would encourage us to do things with it, like revisit levels, see what's, I feel like it would make exotics really interesting if they released busted and then got nerfed afterward. It's a strategy that some fighting games use. I mean, the creators can't tell just what you're gonna do. So, to some degree, they kind of like, well, if you see something funky, let us know. We'll fix it in the next patch. But for now, you're stuck with it. So
Yeah.
learn how to play around it for a year. They know that
Right.
as long as it's something that a person can do, it's not totally busted, then let people do it. They'll figure it out. I mean, nothing's ever going to be perfectly balanced all the time. It's silly to try. So, unless it's actively making the game not fun, then cut it out. But I think if you cut it before you know, or you tell your audience that you know better than they do, all they do is take umbrage when the nerfs start rolling in. They just start taking umbrage.
Yes.
Like if the symmetry originally, like if the catalyst produced an arc soul from the gun itself on a full dynamic charge, shit. I want to know what that's like. I want to know what that's like first, though. Like, is that really broken? I don't know. How are people using it? Because it's easier, I think, to scale down from a really fun brokenness
Iron Banner.
than to set a baseline than to just, set an arbitrary baseline that no one had
Armor is born to
any
see
input
combat.
towards,
Wear yours
or any hand in affecting. The Vex Mythoclast came out in Destiny 1, and its reputation preceded
Opponent
it
claims Zone
because
C.
people were getting vaporized in Crucible
Captured Zone
by
B.
the dozen.
Zone A captured. 2 zones are yours.
Like it had its reputation not as the Vault of Glass exotic, but as that really broken shit in Crucible that everybody keeps killing me with. It was a powerful weapon that everybody wanted and everyone hated at the same time. And that was before they nerfed it. Like, but listen to the reputation.
Yeah.
The reputation is the Vex Mythoclast was awesome. It was a weapon of legend. It was highly desired and made people want to play the raid and engage in the game. And I loved using it until they nerfed it. Until they nerfed it.
Yeah.
Is the turning point.
Until they nerfed it.
So,
Another hunt will come soon.
same thing. What was that? Prometheus lens. What the hell is this? Oh! It's a laser that vaporizes people.
Zone
Well,
B captured.
new Crucible meta, anyone?
Opponent claims Zone C.
Does anyone say new meta? And it was, for a whole weekend, laser beams dominated the Crucible. Until they nerfed it.
You captured Zone A.
And yeah, it
Zone
still has its
advantage
uses
is
now,
yours.
but everyone still fondly remembers laser tag. They gave it a nickname.
Oh.
They nicknamed it laser tag. And to this day, the Prometheus lens still has that rep. I think doing this on purpose would be
Zone
a
A
great
lost.
strategy that would make exotics
Zone C captured.
interesting.
You have the advantage. Press on.
And I mean intentionally wait. Like, I
Zone
don't
B
care. Like, wait a
lost.
month. Like, release the exotic and wait a month. All you gotta do. Let people complain. I don't care. Like, what do you do? What are they doing anyway?
Yeah.
Like, oh no, they're gonna go into PvE with it and affect their singular experience. Okay, that's cool. Oh no, they're gonna go into PvP with it and potentially mop a person. All right, well, restrictions in the mode can help you with that. Like, there's so many ways that you can say, listen, this can happen. It can be broken for a little bit. Anybody that complains, they'll be fine. Oh no, you tried to use Bastion. I see that. I see you, boo.
Yeah, that,
That's terrible. It's bad. That's a bad choice.
You've lost the lead.
yeah, that's
I don't
a
want
bad
to be
choice.
that guy, but that looked really difficult. Like, it looked like he was firing.
Zone C lost.
It
Now
it
are
looked like he
hunted.
was trying to fire the Cerberus +1 at me, and it jammed. Like, that's the way it kind of comes. That's the way it comes
Wow.
off to me as a weapon. It comes off to me as like a broken Cerberus +1. Because at least the Cerberus +1 with that crazy spread is an auto rifle. The Bastion
Yeah.
seems like it's just
Yeah,
picked
no,
up
there's,
its bullets.
there's no.
Their small lead
Yeah.
has become
You
something
get
more.
one
Don't
You
bullet.
can get others.
Another hunt will come soon.
Like, you can get others that say if you kill someone with a if you kill someone who's holding special ammo, you'll get another bullet.
Zone
The
C
ammo could be a
captured.
bugbear.
Opponent
But it's
claims Zone
one
A.
bullet.
Zone B captured. Zone advantage is yours.
Okay, one
I don't know,
slug
like-
from Bastion is still three shots that stick and cascade on each other. I get it. In number, it's one bullet, but it's if you get hit by it, it's gonna kill you. Like I just mean this reluctance to let you use it.
You're closing.
Yeah.
Hammer.
They're like, you can use it a little bit.
It's like, okay.
whatever.
Yeah, it's like, okay. Like, why am I collecting these things?
Zone A captured. The flames have ignited. Let the wolves
I want
hunt.
Crucible to just make you mad, okay? And again, you can, and if you're worried about pushing people away, just do what you did with Halo. Like, I think it's cool that you have, like, competitive and what is it called? It's competitive and whatever the regular stuff is.
Yeah.
But there's really,
So you can earn
Flames have gone
glory or
yeah, there's
valor.
no
5
difference
minutes
between them aside from, I guess, intent. It's not like a ranked versus
Yeah.
unranked kind of choice.
Opponent
Oh, wow,
claims
that
zone
sucks.
C.
Yeah.
Good counter. Now hit them again.
You know, it's just either I'm earning better weapons in a sweatier environment, or I'm earning regular weapons in a not sweaty environment.
Right.
You know, I think just give me a mode where nothing matters and a mode where everything matters, and then people can do what they
Opponent
want.
claimed zone B.
Because I think PvP needs a little bit of love.
Yeah.
I feel like it hasn't gotten a new mode,
You captured
Or
zone C. You have
any
the
type of new
advantage. Press
activity
on.
that'll, you
Zone
know.
A lost.
Remember when they were like large scale battles, like big, wasn't there like big clash and like remember that extremely large map on the moon? Ass.
Um.
Zone A captured. 2 zones are yours.
There were vehicles, like 2 large moon bases, vehicles. It was a huge map where you could snipe and people could drive little cars around and you played
captured
control
Zone
on
B.
it. The bases
Now
were
you are
really,
the
the zones were really far
Finish the
apart.
hunt.
Yes.
Okay, yeah. Destiny used to have 3 level size types, kind of like Halo. There were small levels, there were medium levels, and there were really big ass levels. The big ass levels were really few. There were like maybe 2 or like there were maybe 3 or 4 of them. But there were gigantic levels for 6 versus 6
Your
large
vigilance paid
scale
off.
fights.
Now destroy them. The flames have gone cold.
You know, you don't remember that map on the moon? Everyone literally just pulled out their Sparrow at the beginning of it because it was so
Zone B
big.
captured. Zone C captured.
Yeah.
Zone
I remember
advantage
that.
There
is
used to be
yours.
huge
Opponent
maps for
claimed Zone A.
huge skirmishes.
Yeah,
Where are
that's
the
true. I wonder
huge
what happened to
skirmishes?
that.
I think that potential was kind of kicked in the face when they made the game 4v4 at launch. So they didn't bother making extremely large stages
Zone
this
A
time
captured. The
because
fires are
it was
lit.
never part of
Find
their
your
original
prey and
plans.
Right.
I mean, now, yeah. But even these levels, like as designed,
Right.
were designed for 4v4, and now they've just got 6 people in them, which hasn't made them bad, but
Yeah.
it's the reason why every map is medium sized, just about.
Yeah.
The flames have gone cold.
What?
Opponent claims zone C.
There's
was
just
just
some
crazy.
forms of goofiness that I am willing to love and mess around with, and then there's just some forms of goofiness that are just oh god. Why I gotta be inevitable?
Yep.
Opponent claimed zone
Why are
B.
you not dead? Oh, okay.
You captured zone A.
I don't know. Listen, you have as much skin in the Destiny game as I do.
Undeniable.
All right.
Yeah.
What's your engaging idea to engage the audience? I say you found numbers are down. People aren't PvPing as much as they used to. People are PvEing a little bit, you know. You're noticing that people aren't sniping. You're not using fusion rifles. Like you see something's up. What is your idea?
Mhm.
Like what would bring you, what would bring you joy?
Well, you know what? I think I'm different from other people in that. I mean, I don't know. Maybe not. But like I really need to have a reason why all of this is happening.
Okay. So you just need a
Like
story.
I need the story to be integrated with what's happening. And also, I kind of need them to stop trying to control what I do so hard.
What do you mean? You have the freedom to
Like,
do whatever you want now
well,
and reach
okay.
max level. You don't have to play raids. You don't have to play
Um,
activities you don't want to. You don't have to play PvP. You don't have to do the special dungeons. You don't have to play like out of the 5 difficulty levels for the strikes and nightfalls and nightmare hunts. We've been comfortably picking the second one for since it came out. Like there are, you know, like what do you mean? What do you mean control you?
um,
You don't want their life, right?
well, I'm kind of annoyed that they decided to make it so that all the armor has like these different like you can't switch the the what do you call it? Like the element for
Mm-hmm.
the armor. I wish they would fix that. I wish they would make it.
Well,
I mean,
why? You don't have the
honestly,
mods?
I'm not super. I do, but maybe I don't want it to be solar. Maybe I want it to be void. Why do I need to have two versions of the same thing? Why can't I switch it the way I used to be able to?
Hmm.
Remember when you used to be able to like have like a fire mod or like a solar
Well, yeah.
mod or like a void mod? Like why? Why didn't they? When they bring that back, I like
I think
that.
they did it in. I
Anyway,
think they did it
yeah.
in mind of having multiple. Well, for people like when I play Gambit Prime, I have a whole set of armor that I use. Some people have armor that they use for certain
Mhm.
builds, so to speak. And in terms of build diversity, like you can really set up, 3 different like types of setups that achieve different things. Like I have a mark that I use when I'm solar, one that I use when I'm void. In
Mhm.
terms of that, I get why. It helps with build diversity.
Mhm.
Set up different. You can set up different builds depending on what you're using and how. And armor that's a certain code is the only ones that you can plug resistance into. So if you want to have void resistance, it has to be void armor, and etc.
Mm. Yeah. Not crazy about
Because
that.
I noticed they all have the
I
same
wish.
mods.
I
Like
mean,
some of them specialize in different weapons. Like I think the arc ones have fusion rifles on them. The void ones have like scout rifles and pulse rifles on them. So like I get it, but
well, that's fine. Just make it so that if you have a solar mod on it, for example, you can only choose the mods for the
that's
solar
the way it
stuff.
is.
Like, I would like that. No, you can't choose the mod for, like, you can't make a void, you know,
You
gauntlet or
can get one.
whatever solar.
Well, no, but you can get one.
That's that yes, but then you need two. Like that's what I'm saying. I don't need two. I just need the one. I just need to be able to change it to be whatever I want.
Okay. Okay.
We got kicked out, I think. Did you get
It's
kicked
not
out?
starting up, but I get it. Well,
Um,
you don't use then you don't set up
yeah.
builds though, so you're just. Okay. I wouldn't consider that a ding. You're literally saying simplify it because I don't use it.
Well, no, if you need like I get why people do that though. Like if people want to create a build, they can just get two.
Yeah,
But is that the way most people would play
but if you don't
Destiny?
want to build, if then
Probably
just
not.
use one element then. Just use one element of the armor then. I mean, What's wrong with using the solar version of it? And that's why I asked you, do you just not have the mods? I mean,
No, what I'm saying is, well, the mods are for. It's not about. I
I
just
know
want
you're
it
you're,
so that the
you're talking to
armor
someone who has multiple builds.
is
I know.
is so that I don't need to have multiple versions of the same armor simply to have the burn that matches.
Okay.
Yeah, I got kicked
Yeah,
off.
me too.
Are
Mhm.
you still on? Okay.
All right.
All
Well,
right.
consider.
You want to
Yeah.
rejoin and
Well,
maybe we.
consider this then, okay? Consider that you are someone who actually uses these RPG systems in a in, often in a consistent way. Do you feel like it's functionally better for you to have to go into your menu and then swap over all your mods every time you find yourself in a different situation? Or wouldn't you rather just have a piece of armor that you can stick on that already has everything already slotted in, all the perks, all the tweaks, tweaked the right way, like, because that's what you're proposing right now,
Yeah,
hun. You're
if I
proposing
were.
that if I, like, it, if when I
No,
go
I'm
into,
not.
yes, you are. You're proposing that if I were to go into Gambit Prime as my Sunbreaker, right? That instead of just switching to
Mhm.
all of my solar coated armor that I have, that I got specifically for this, instead of just switching to all of these pieces of armor and having all of these pieces of armor already have the mods that I want slotted in, the abilities, the ability buffs that I want for my Solar Titan already allotted, just instead of just switching the armor, that I would instead just have to switch it to fire, right? But it's not that simple.
Well, no, you don't
But
have to do
it's
that.
not that simple because fire mods and void mods and arc mods aren't the same. So in switching, say if I switched,
Right.
say if one piece of armor did have that ability to just switch its type and put different mods in, I would also have to reset all of the mods every single time because the mods aren't consistent across
Yes,
the types.
but
So that doesn't seem more cumbersome to you?
if you are the. No, because if I were the kind of player that is looking to have loadouts
Mm-hmm.
that way, I would have two versions of it
But
anyway.
uh, no, you wouldn't. I mean, okay, so yeah, that
You see
no,
what
it
I
doesn't
mean?
make sense.
Like,
What you're literally
if
saying is
I.
just don't make it a requirement because I don't engage in the game that way. That's what I'm hearing. Not necessarily that it's flawed because of a specific
I
reason,
mean,
but I mean, it, as somebody who switches mods in and out and weapons in, that sounds really cumbersome to have to reset all your mods and all your armor like perks and
but what I'm saying is, if you have it so that you can switch
then
it,
there's no point in
there's
having
no.
multiple types.
I'm not. Right. But if you want it to change, you can change it. All I'm saying is, I want the option to change it. You don't have to change anything else.
Yeah, I guess. But then you're creating the when I have better devils, I have better devils problem.
I don't
You're
understand. What do you mean?
then you're just replacing the if I want better devils, I've got better devils problem. Once you get a piece of armor, that's it. There's no point in grinding for anything
No.
because you've got the armor and it's
I'm.
already got the ability for you to switch the element, which also again the mods aren't
Uh-huh.
consistent across the pieces of armor. So now once you've got the armor,
Mhm.
that's it. Like there's no reason to go for an arc version of the armor, or
Iron
there's no reason to
banner.
look forward for Zur because one thing about Zur now is that even if you already have the exotic he's peddling,
Whose
he's
fighting
got
spirit
exotics
will
in
survive
different
the
elements
day?
that you can get
Show
from the
me.
collections. So if I ever
Mm.
like wanted a Doomfang Pauldron that was solar instead of void, I'd have to get it from Zur. Like
You captured Zone A.
Well, maybe exotics can
Opponent
be
claimed
different.
Zone C.
No, but I mean that's the way armor in the game works. Period. Like if for, like there's Iron Will armor that's solar,
Zone B
Iron Will
captured.
armor that's arc,
Zone
Iron Will
advantage
armor
is
that's void.
yours.
I know, that's annoying.
That's
It's annoying.
okay. Okay. I guess it's annoying, but it's also giving you a reason to grind for this armor. It's incentivizing you to get armor, even if you have armor already.
I mean,
And
I
it's
don't
encouraging
feel
you to make multiple.
incentivized.
It's trying its best to encourage you to make multiple builds, but you're saying I don't want to engage with that part of the game and I want to ignore it. Why can't I just ignore it? That's basically what you're saying, dude. That you don't want to experiment and make multiple builds, and you don't want to be reminded that it's an option because you'd rather get armor that you can just pick up and forget about.
Your lead grows sharper.
Kind of.
I mean, I don't want to forget about it. I just want the
Zone A lost.
flexibility to be able to change the element.
But
That's
you
all.
have the flexibility in getting the element you want.
You captured Zone
Don't
C.
you?
2 zones are yours.
I know, but I have to. It just drops
Zone B
randomly.
lost.
You don't choose it.
Yeah.
If I want a solar version, for
Mhm.
example, of the Iron, Greaves, like it's not like I can go on a quest and get it. It's
You play
random.
Iron Banner and hope you get the drop. Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Again, incentivizing you to
yeah.
play the game. You don't want to de-incentivize
But I
people
don't want to
hard to-
be.
you don't.
I don't want to be incentivized to do busy work. I want to actually get the
Okay,
cool
what-
stuff that I'm
What
looking
you
for.
okay? What you
Zone
want
C
to do
lost.
in a
The
game is
flames
never
are lit,
busy work
and
because you
are the
want to
prey.
do it. So if you're saying I want this armor in a certain, you see how you're saying you want it. That's the point.
Mhm.
That's the point. You want it. If you had gotten a universal piece of armor at the first Iron Banner this season, with
The
40
flames
days
have
left to
gone
go,
cold.
you now have nothing to want. And there's nothing unique about the armor,
Good
even though
counter.
you can
Now
get
hit
it as a
them again.
drop again. Like this
You
is why I'm
captured Zone
saying
A.
you're creating the once you have better devils, you have better devils problem, but for
Opponent
armor.
claimed Zone B.
Because if you
Opponent
get the
claimed
Iron
Zone
Will
C.
vestments and that's all, and that's it, well, I'm good. If you get an Arc one and you were hoping for a Solar, you've got a carrot. If there's something about Solar mods
They
that
took
you
your
like,
lead.
you're
Show them
incentivized.
That was a mistake.
if you don't have to think about it, you won't.
Yeah.
The lead is
Because they're
yours.
telling you it's not
I-
important to. Like, I'm not saying it doesn't need streamlining, but I figured out, I guess. I wasn't a
Zone
fan
B
of the armor
captured.
elements
You
either,
have
but
the
the longer
advantage.
this game has been out and the more I see you can make a really
Zone A lost.
a really interesting character just depending on what mods you have. I can see why it is the way it is. Because if it wasn't, you'd be stripping a layer off of the armor grind. They basically tried to give armor
Like a line
a
of
unique
thralls.
a unique feeling like weapons do. Because you can choose whatever mods you want on your, like you can fully
Have the
customize your
advantage.
armor now.
Press on.
The armor doesn't come with random perks really
Yeah.
like it used to. You can slot whatever perks you want. So from there on, it's like, all right, how do we
Right,
keep it
exactly.
special? If you can put whatever you want on it, how do we keep
Zone B
how do we keep the
lost.
armor interesting? Like, okay, I get it.
Yeah, I get that part of it, I guess.
I guess we never
opponent
asked before
pulled
because
ahead.
before you had to power up your armor. You had to
Right.
power it up and pick the tree yourself and all that other craziness.
Mhm. Yeah.
But I feel you. It kind of sucks. But I wouldn't tank it, not without replacing it with something else.
Zone A captured. 5 minutes remain. You have the advantage. Press on. That
Yeah, like
shut
what
them
it
down.
does for the armor system, as annoying as it is, that's the
Zone
most
C
important part.
lost.
Because I feel that way about my exotics, about some of my legendaries. I'm like, why couldn't this have been solar? Like, and I realized the only reason I'm asking that question is because, you know, like Vanilla Destiny 1, as soon as I got something, that was it. So it's like, all right, whatever. You know, it's like having the Eververse option, and every time you pause the game, it's there to just remind you.
Zone advantage is yours.
You know you could do that. And that was something I already did anyway. I had raid clothes, you know.
You're pulling ahead.
I had banana clothes. Used to go to Banana Republic for all my Crucible needs. All my
them.
Crucible event needs. Saladin's Banana Republic.
What? Oh my god.
All right, so from here, I'm digging into the root message here. You know, I think you want a little bit of streamlining of the RPG elements.
Let the wolves rest.
A little more streamlining.
Is over.
I do. And of course, a cleaner story.
Captured.
But isn't that always the case with Destiny?
Opponent claimed Zone B. Zone A captured. Zone advantage is yours.
I think making it more obvious that builds are a thing that are possible. You know what I mean? I think making it far more obvious that you have these types of options and these types of customization and abilities.
Left.
I don't know.
A bigger lead, but now your enemy is complacency. 2 down.
I mean, yeah, and making that.
All right, like call me crazy.
Like a line
Imagine
of
that
thralls,
there
let the
were an
wolves
actual
rest.
loadout
The
option
hunt
in
is
your
over.
menu. Like an actual loadout tab, like how we got a
That
Triumphs
would be
tab and
fun.
how we got a... And you could actually make loadouts in-game in a way that engaged you. Because,
Yeah.
you know, we find workarounds for everything as Destiny players. If you go to the Destiny
Zone
item
C
manager,
captured.
it actually lets you make loadouts. And then with 2 clicks, boom, you're wearing all your raid gear, armor, every weapon you would have equipped, etc. Or click, click, boom, all right, now I'm in PvE,
Yeah.
you know. Or I'm playing Gambit, let me put on my Invader, you know, build. Boom, everything's equipped all at once. It's in there, like, but it's not in the game, like, you know, the community had to find a workaround. It's not in the game.
Right.
You know, so if, that would be a way. Like, let me know what I'm getting. Like, I don't know.
Okay.
I guess I felt like asking because I saw a bunch of podcasts and I saw a few, you know, discussions and people are, you know, people are talking about this season gameplay wise and you know what they would like moving forward, or and I feel like the consensus has really been, you know, the story and you're gonna ask if I want to go back to the tower cheeks.
Well, I was gonna say, do you want to do one more and then go back to
Sure.
the tower?
I want to do either a banana or a sundial. So whichever one you want to do.
Let's do
Alright,
sundial.
let's sundial it. Sundial. But yeah, the most consistent were, you know, the same things repeated. Same things repeated. Power creep. I'm not feeling like I'm becoming legend, you know. The story, the Saint 14ing was fantastic. More of that, please.
That was so good.
And I don't want to be motivated by FOMO. I want to be motivated by activities. That seemed to be the number 3, like, because they feel like, or a lot of people have been insinuating that they feel like they're powering up for no reason. Like before, it was I need to be powerful because I have to do the raid, or I need to be more powerful so I can play trials, or I need to be more powerful so I can do these, you know, heroic strikes and not get bodied. And
Yeah.
it's still in there, but it's not, it doesn't feel like, you know, it doesn't carry the same amount of urgency to it. You know, like when you finished Taken King, you felt like you had to be more powerful because you quote unquote beat it, and Oryx bounced. Yeah, little did you know you were fighting you were fighting his stunt double Bob. Like how Dave Chappelle,
Yeah.
you know, he was black president. You know, he had his standees for whenever there were assassination attempts. You know, basically like Amidala.
Yeah.
There's just a bunch of fake ones out there. Yeah. Like,
Yeah. He just bounced.
yeah,
He went back to his throne
yeah,
world.
and we didn't feel powerful enough, and we weren't. We needed a sword. We needed a thing. You know, you knew what you wanted to do, and you went to parts of the dreadnought that just slapped you, and it's like, all right, definitely have to be more powerful before I do this.
Mhm.
But that seems to be what's sitting on the community a little bit.
Yeah, you know, you're right. I mean,
something we need to fix.
I don't feel like I need to be powerful for anything. Except Iron
I
Banner,
mean,
I
if you want
guess.
to do this sundial on Legend right now, we could give you some reasons. I mean,
The Cabal are using
Uh.
the sundial
wanna
to
do this?
rewind their fate.
are we gonna start doing things on harder
rewrite
difficulties?
Their
No.
defeat as a victory. You must
Yeah,
Okay,
why
'cause
not?
you can't say that you can't say that you're not being given reasons, and then go master difficulty. I'm good. What do you mean equipment lock?
I don't mind the harder difficulty.
They're gonna lock your equipment, dude. Have you ever had your equipment locked
Yes, I have
in
actually.
Destiny 2?
I don't mind so much. Yeah.
You will. You will. As Yoda's infamous for saying.
Oh yeah.
Guardian down.
Ah.
They got you. They got you again.
Mhm. They got me.
Yeah, I think they need content. I think they need content though. Like, I'm talking, we need
Yeah.
we need another strike. I wouldn't mind another strike.
Mhm.
Wouldn't mind another Nightfall. You know, I mean, another something. Love 'em or hate 'em, the expansions did come with some strikes, except for the greatest bamboozle ever pulled on the Destiny universe, which was Curse of Osiris and Warmind. The greatest.
To seal
Oh my
Shadow's
God.
passage into the
That was
forest would
so
bring
stupid.
The
fall
greatest
on
bamboozle
the
ever,
good.
when we had no idea
Cabal of
that
their high
that
aspirations.
strikes counted as levels. Strikes count as levels.
Yeah, apparently so.
It's like, wait, this is a strike? I
That was
thought this
so
was a
lame.
level.
Oh my god.
So like Warmind has like what, 5 missions? If 2 of them are actually strikes, then Warmind really has 3 missions.
Guardian down.
And Curse of Osiris had like 4 missions, but if 2 of the missions are strikes, Curse of Osiris had 2 missions. You know what? Bamboozle. Bad. Bad Bungie.
That was bad. Maybe for Destiny 3, they can work on using a tool that allows them to make faster updates.
That sounds expensive and very much worth it.
Yeah.
One thing I envy the Fortnite fan base is when new stuff happens in the game. If you happen to be playing it when it happens, you will just literally see it happen. Which, again,
Yeah.
you know, you want to incentivize your community. that keeps their fan base, you know, really on top of what's going on in the game, when things might be happening, and that desire to play the game just in case you know, on the day you think it's gonna. Because everybody's just waiting, like when a black hole hit Fortnite and kids had nervous breakdowns.
Kids were just crying.
Like, really? What? Someone just pulled a plug. What? This is no different than when you're grounded. Which you are, by the way. I saw that last test. So. Just be happy that Epic had my back. And they knew to nuke that game before I could. I'd have been like, yeah, see, Epic saw your test. Or, they saw you spell rendezvous wrong. How dare you? Did you not hear the story of your father? You were supposed to be different.
Guardian down.
You were the chosen one. You're supposed to spell rendezvous right. Not turn yourself into a meme.
Alright.
What? That's one of my favorite Lucian stories. I'm sorry. I am ashamed, but I wear it like a badge of honor, okay? I think that's hilarious. I was in 2nd grade. I'm not even going to take no guff from you for that. I was 7 years old. That's what makes the story so great. Even in the back of my head, I was like, this word can't be that complicated. I mean, it's only 2nd grade. How hard could it be?
Little did you know. Flying so close to the sun.
I learned that day that I could not spell anything I wanted without research, which was often the case. I was really good at phonetics. That was the day I learned I could not spell anything I put my mind to.
Some words just want to watch the world burn.
Rendezvous wanted to watch my world burn, and it did. It was like, oh, those consonants don't sound like you think they do. Oh. Like what? No. My streak.
Yeah. Streak.
I was a spelling beast.
Were you?
Yeah. I'm pretty sure she did that because of me. It's like, how can I stop Lucian? It's getting all these 110s. Even the secret questions. Even the extra credit questions. I'm not tripping them up. What am I going to do?
And the Red Legion
I put Constantinople in the test. No,
a
she
world
didn't.
where
She
the
wasn't
Red
asking.
War
Listen,
was humanity's end instead of a new
the
beginning.
point is, one day, the bonus words or something simple, like Shimmerhorn, and then the next thing you know, you're staring at rendezvous, okay? And then, because, you know, a spoonful of salt helps the lemon juice go down, it's a wound prep, I've heard. That's how that goes. I think that's what the instructions say. Yeah. A spoonful of sodium.
Oh yes, of course.
Okay. So then, you know, she didn't. You know what you do after that, right? I mean, after you have already destroyed, effectively pooped on your students' hopes and dreams. Why, of course, you make the next extra credit word hors d'oeuvres. They're only 7. Think of the children. They're too young for this. What kind of monster? They're only 7. Hors d'oeuvres. That is so wrong. That is not how you reach these kids.
It's not.
By asking them to spell hors d'oeuvres? No. At age 7? No. I'm still trying to figure out how to get my letters to fit within the lines here. You want me to spell hors d'oeuvres? Do you want me to be a scene kid? Because I will. I mean, you don't have to force it on me. But yes.
I mean, you
I
could.
guess so, but I always hope whenever I see a kid crawling in their crawl that they figure out how to crawl out of it.
How to crawl out of
Yeah.
their crawl.
You gotta achieve balance. You can't be on completely on one end of the spectrum.
Oh man.
Life is not a Green Day song.
It's not.
No.
Oh.
Do you really want to walk alone? Walk alone. Come on.
Whoa. Oh, that's a cool song. That was a cool concept of the entire album. Looked like an opera. It was cool.
One of the final gasping breaths of rock. They're like, we can still innovate.
This battered Mercury.
Yeah, I can't disagree with that, to be honest
Lightless.
with you.
Nothing
There are
fuel
relevant
for an
rock
endless
artists,
war
but none of them are doing
must never
anything
come to
all that
pass.
different.
Yeah, no, they're
Sadly.
not changing the zeitgeist. No, I think we're still stuck on hip hop and trap and electronic. You know, finding new sounds and artificial sounds. Not so much, you know, that genre. Actually, weirdly enough, now we've got some rap artists doing rock albums, which woo. I mean, I hope everyone, at least on their way in, takes a moment to thank Lil Wayne.
For his
Yeah,
rock album?
because
Yeah.
The
because
Scion Flayers do not perceive
At
time
least-
as you and I
We all
do.
made
God,
fun of him when
There's
he
not
was
millennia
like,
to
"Oh,
them.
he plays guitar."
exactly,
Okay.
like he paved
limitation.
the way
Be
and
aware
took
of it.
so much shit for Rebirth that they don't have to be, like, whoever comes after him does not have to be the first. Like, anything we wanted to say, we got out of our system when Lil Wayne did it. So at least whoever's after
Yep.
him will go, alright, we'll listen to this. Because you're in a post-Rebirth world. So you know what not to do. We expect good things from you. But, again, you know, thank Lil Wayne. 'Cause- literally, so you could be fly. Truer words were never spoken.
He did.
Because Vic Mensa has one out now. There's like a bunch of people are doing rock crossovers. It's so weird. I'm like, is this the 80s?
Mhm.
Are we rediscovering something that Run DMC and Aerosmith figured out ages ago?
So funny you mentioned that, because apparently last night during the Grammys, they redid the whole
Rock
thing.
This Way? What?
Yeah,
That feels
yeah. Apparently they
that
redid it.
feels sacrilegious. I'm not sure that the Grammys represent my
yeah,
musical
they were-
sensibilities enough that someone genuinely decided this. I feel weird about that. How did it sound?
I mean, I didn't watch it. I just read all
I
the
feel like that's part of
recaps.
the point too. Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, I feel like that.
Yeah.
I don't feel like that was I don't feel like that was creatively motivated. There we go. That's the word I was looking for. I mean, you know, I'll eat my crows if it was. But that just doesn't seem like something that would be. and thus I feel weird even hearing it. Like my reaction isn't, oh cool. My reaction is, I hope they didn't ruin it.
I mean, from what I have read, the show probably could have done without it. Because there was enough interesting stuff happening
that's what I mean.
without
That's such a weird nostalgia pull. Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, given the way music sounds now, and that's such a weird nostalgia pull.
The people of this system will not realize.
Yeah, that was
still a great song, but
that is the bittersweet nature of our duty.
It's definitely a product of its time, and I appreciate that.
Our failure.
Like, it sounds like hip hop sounded. It sounds like rock sounded in that specific period. It's a nice time portal.
Yep.
And it's a really good song. You know, you take it out of its time, you're updating it. But then I'm gonna look and go, okay, now what? Because Billie Eilish is over here just laughing at y'all.
Sweeping the Grammys.
Laughing at y'all. Laughing at that one Twitter user that tried to make her feel bad because she didn't know who Tom Petty was. And it's like,
oh, come on.
It's like, okay, did you know who she was before today? No? No, that's kind of how music works. And music generations work. Even Tom Petty was like, yeah, seriously, do you think I know what a Billie Eilish is? No. But she can find out, just like I did. Stop being jerks.
Yeah.
Stop being jerks, you jerks.
That's funny.
Yeah. Like, who cares? She just swept the Grammys. Do you think she cares? I mean, she will care eventually. You know, give her time.
Yeah.
However.
Yes, she is very young. She's, I think, 16?
Yeah. It's like, really?
Yeah.
No, she's not going to listen to your boomer music. You know what? Like.
Right? Like, no, she does not know who Tom. I mean, I didn't know who Tom Petty was when I was 16. I imagine it's not even on her radar.
We're the nostalgia generation too. We're the nostalgic ones.
Yeah.
And we're the ones that like were right there, smack in the middle of all of these things coming and going at the same time. So it's like, don't expect them to know. Your favorite rock stars are fossils.
They are. Unfortunately, they're fossils.
We leaving this dial?
We need some new blood.
We really do. I mean, I don't know how much closer we're getting to instrumentation again. And I feel like the sound will come back before the aesthetic and all of the other stuff that it used to be would. You can play guitar on a keyboard.
Yeah, I mean, it's just, I don't know. Like I said, there are some relevant rock artists for sure, but none of them are doing anything all that different, I would say, you know?
We didn't have like the resurgence of punk of the mid to late OOs. Or like the, I'll say the early to mid OOs was like a good punk resurgence that just kind of.
I mean, that wasn't actually punk. That was like a.
Yeah, really?
It was not
it was
punk.
Pop punk.
No, it was pop punk.
Called like Sum 41 and Papa Roach and you know.
Yeah, that was definitely the pop punk era.
Hoobastanks and
Gave birth to the Hoobastank was more like alternative rock, like alt rock. Yeah, it was not punk.
I would have called them pop. No, but I mean like a pop version of this. Like I would have considered them like pop for alt. And new metal. New metal was definitely. New metal was definitely on everybody's.
New metal kind of just came and went, just like rap rock. Just came and went.
I think it stayed relevant as long as System of a Down did, but nobody cared when they weren't doing it.
Oh, let me check.
Well, System of a Down didn't really do any rapping that I can
And it new
recall.
metal, like the. Because there were other people in the genre, but I don't think a lot of people were just like, I like the way they do it.
Well, yeah, I would say that most bands that you can remember from about 2000.
Right over. Everybody that sounded like that.
No, well, you're so okay. So you're mixing a bunch of genres right now. So what you're? It sounds like you're doing a Pearl
I said,
Jam
what
thing.
about these? Yeah, like what
And
about? Yeah,
well, that's grunge. That's not.
I know.
And grunge. Oh my God.
Yeah, we're going through all the genres.
It's like yeah, like there's a yeah, so okay. So yeah, so there was like grunge for a minute, and there was um then there was
Oof.
kind of new metal, and then there was rap rock,
Ah, rap rock.
and then pop punk came around, and then I guess emo had a big moment. Um,
Oh, you're right. Emo didn't
like
it?
actual emo. Yeah, yeah, with like My Chemical Romance and what was that other band? Oh my God. Um, oh my God, I keep forgetting what they're called. They were like the Dillinger Escape Plan.
Oh yeah,
Um,
I forgot about.
yeah, like those bands had a big moment for like a hot 2 or 3 years, and then it was over.
And they were never heard from again, which is baffling. Baffling. I can't
Yeah,
imagine just an entire genre of music just giving into nostalgia and just getting frozen in
it's
time.
disappearing.
Yeah. Like it's a
Yeah.
wormhole you can visit, especially if you remember the sounds, and you know everybody still has the sounds that they
Mhm.
like, and some bands are still holding it up.
Mhm.
But by and large,
Yeah.
it's like
But
feels like
even the
visiting a vault. Even when you're getting something new, it feels like man,
mhm.
dusting off the genre.
Can you believe this? Yeah.
Yeah, brand new album.
Like brand new album. Like there's so yeah, there's a lot of like nostalgia and there's not like I kept thinking, I feel like so many bands just kind of rode a specific
Mm-hmm.
wave and then and they either disappeared completely or they became something else.
Yes, or I guess to adapt.
Like Linkin Park is a perfect example.
Yeah,
Like when they started, they were like the one band that was like, "Oh, this is a rap rock band and they do it really well, it's pretty cool." Yeah, his monotone rapping is, not the best, but it kind of works.
he stays on beat, which it means so
Yeah.
much. The one thing he needs to do
Yeah.
right, he does right. So it just it works. You know, it works for him. You know.
Yeah, right. Um and then that didn't last very long. They did two albums like
Mm-hmm.
that. And then they got rid of that. They stopped rapping completely. There was no rap.
You know, I didn't understand that. I thought it was weird when it seemed like they just kind of
When you
instantaneously just abandoned that sound after it gave them like Eminem
it was the
levels of
thing.
crossover appeal. It gave them Eminem levels of crossover appeal. And I'll remind you, black
Yeah.
people were finally comfortable in declaring their rock alliances, their rock allegiance. They're like, yes, I listen to rock music.
Yeah. That's I think that I think maybe one thing to think about is that once you have Jay
Yep.
Z,
Mhm. Mhm.
it's hard to it's hard to come back from that. like, like, how do you go from having Jay Z and hand it back to Mike Shinoda? Like, how do you even do that? I wouldn't
I
want to
mean,
do
that's
that.
mean.
I'd be like, okay, I think no, that's not. It's not that he's not good, but compared to Jay Z,
Well, you knew why he was there.
I,
You knew it was. You knew it was
yeah,
just a weekend in New York. You knew eventually you would have to
it was
go
an
to your separate
EP. It
homes.
was an EP. It had a solid like 8 tracks. I want to
They
say.
did. They took. They basically took their popular albums.
Their
Yep,
most
and
popular
just
songs.
smashed them both
Yeah,
together, and that's how it worked out. Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, that was fun. I love that. I think Numb Encore is like my favorite.
Well, I think it's the one everybody remembers. But yeah, I did. It did it, and then it just. It's like we got nothing left.
Yeah, no, we're just gonna do straight up rock. They did. They just did straight up rock after
Mm-hmm.
that. And then
Ooh.
I know I got bored. I was like, ah, you know what? I'm good. I don't need to
Yeah,
listen to
like
that.
everything sounds the same.
Yeah, I got bored with them in particular. I was like, I can. I don't need it. I don't need this in my life. I'm good.
They say nothing's worse than when no one's listening.
I,
At least if you were
I
complaining,
mean,
you'd
I
be
don't.
invested, but you're just like, nah, no, I don't think you're Captain America. No, I don't think I will. Yeah, yeah. When it became obvious that success was really sticking to your sound and not trying anything new because the authenticity became
Mhm.
more important than the innovation, that's when you
Mhm.
set yourself up for
Yeah, I agree. Uh, but yeah, I don't know. I wish somebody would come along and do something different. I can't really point to anybody who is really doing anything that out.
that
I don't know,
groundbreaking.
like that groundbreaking or like every piece of music that I hear that makes me be like, that's interesting. It's not a rock artist. It's either a pop artist that's trying something different
Mm-hmm.
or has a different aesthetic or it's a rapper doing some weird thing, like having a rapper, like having a rock album.
So maybe like rap, like the position rap was in, so long ago before crossover started happening and before the Yeezys and the Drakes started
Hmm.
pounding it into something else. Um, they really need that one thing because I feel like hip hop would have almost done that with the bling era. It was getting into parody territory, especially with 50 Cent. I think with the existence of 50 Cent, they were
Mm.
strongly crossing over into parody territory because
Hmm.
when everybody's a
Yeah,
gangster, and stacks and drugs,
no
and
one
yeah, like
is.
no one is like it's, and then you have Rick Ross, and people are outing him for being a former CO, and it's like okay, so we're we're in the
Dumb.
middle of this era that we are also starting to discover is kind of BS. What do we do?
Hmm.
I know. Let's use auto tune. And it's like what? So
Well, I think what's interesting is that rap has consistently, from what I've seen, found a way to do something different. Every, you may not like it,
Hmm.
you may not really get it sometimes. Like sometimes I don't really understand. Like what is this person
Some
doing?
people don't.
I
There was
don't.
this artist that said that she no longer perform in front of white artists because she was tired of feeling like they she was tired of feeling like she was performing music for an audience that either doesn't or isn't capable of appreciating her music. And she says, "Yeah,
Wow.
because she feels that way." Yeah, and I said that's an interesting way to feel, but she says like white audiences in particular, not to pigeonhole them, but it's like she's rapping about like her life, her struggle, things she's done and she's gone through, and to like do something like that and either see people like enthusiastically singing some of the lyrics in a way that if you knew what I was saying, this would not be your ad
Hmm.
lib, that you'd be screaming out with a smile on your
Yeah.
face, or I'm rapping and I'm putting my butt out for you, and everybody's looking at their phones. So she got
Oof.
really annoyed at this festival.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, because she just felt they don't understand my music, and that's a weird question to ask.
Right.
It's true. I think it can be true. Like, I understand a lot of rap music, but I understand the experience it comes from. I can't imagine being alien to it and then hearing it and then going, "Huh? What you talking about?"
Yeah.
Like when I explain a rap song to you sometimes, and it's somebody you've never heard of
Yeah.
rapping about something crazy, and you're like, "Huh?" And I'm like, "Oh yes, 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 yes." But he means by, yes, yes. No, 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 no. When he says
Hmm.
he's in the kitchen cooking pies with his baby, he's talking about drugs. Yes, he's talking about how she's
Oh,
such a down
really?
ass bitch that she helps him cut his drugs. Yeah, no, seriously, yeah. That song isn't about baking. It's called Trap Queen. You in the
I
trap, you selling
know.
drugs. I
Yeah.
know, but I'm just
It's
saying, like somebody out there.
pretty
No,
obvious
no,
that
no, it's
it's
not.
about
Somebody
drugs.
out there is like, wait,
Yes, it
you're
is.
not. They're not making Pillsbury squares.
They're not actually making pies.
They're not actually making pies. What have I been singing? Like Trap Queen. I thought you meant the little tray that catches the crumbs underneath the. No. Nope. No. Nope. That's not it. Like, no, they're not actually cooking actual chickens without flour. No, that's not. No, that's not what the.
um. So I do think that rap is pretty quick to change things up. Rap artists are. I mean, it's hard to what's the word? It's hard to stay in the game.
And not adapt.
Because yeah, because like no, I mean as a rapper, your moment of maximum relevance
Mm,
comes and goes really fast
really does. Yeah, not gonna lie. I think. Mm-hmm,
because the genre is always
mm-hmm,
changing. Rock is not like that. Like you can ride whatever it is that you did initially for a couple of years and then change it up if you want, but that's probably gonna get your fans pissed off at you. So, like,
yeah, definitely a genre where people find what they like and they really just want it to stay that way.
yeah, yeah,
And you could argue that about
Take
anything,
as long
but
as
I
you
feel
like.
like especially
I
for
can
rock,
wait.
that's a very important thing. That traditionalism, like the quote unquote purity of the experience, is
yeah,
very much at the forefront.
Don't get too distracted
yeah.
by the new
In a
setup,
way, with like
guys.
rap,
Like, but is that
they may not like it, but somebody will
French
like
Church,
it,
there's a lot of
and it does
fantastic
reward weirdness
things.
if it's
hmm
good. I
I
think,
tend
I
to
guess,
believe
I don't
him.
know. I guess it's
Right.
either
No
you have
word
to
from
be the
Fenchurch
change
today.
in the industry
He must have
to
found
stay ahead of
something
it.
interesting.
Like, you just have to be that change
Yeah.
yourself, or you have to be adaptable enough
Mhm.
to
Anything you want?
roll with it. Because,
Mhm. Yep.
you know, there are rap artists that have been relevant for way longer than they ever should have, and it was either because they were pushing the genre, or because they went, okay, I guess this is what the kids are doing now. All right, I got this. And then next thing you know, Jay-Z's making a trap song about Tom Ford. And I was like, okay. I didn't know he had that in him.
Yep.
This is, okay, fine. See? That's why he's still here. That's why he's here.
Y'all know why he's here.
So yeah, somebody just needs to be really ahead of it, I guess. You know, like how Korn was ahead of it, and they wrote it, and
Fenchurch, there's
Linkin
a lot
Park
Yeah.
was ahead of it.
fantastic
Mhm.
things.
Everybody that was,
Yep.
I guess that's the measure. Like even Justin Bieber is desperately trying to get his single to #1, using the saddest tactics I've ever seen a musician use. He just couldn't make a good song. He just couldn't make a good song. He had to try and manipulate the system because he knew his song was booty. Yeah, it's like he was at the forefront of a deluge of manufactured children, but he was ahead of it, so he didn't have to keep up with it. All he had to do was set the standard for it.
Yeah.
And now he's behind it.
Yeah. Now he's behind.
And they're like, you're not little anymore.
Don't get too distracted by the new setup, Guardian.
Black.
Well, or cute.
Ludacris is not in this single.
Well, I mean,
Nah, he's got to find his own way now. He's
Yeah.
I feel like he's in that unique
Yeah.
position now where he has to prove either he's comfortable living off of his old royalties, or he's going to have to do something different and interesting.
Anything you want?
Like Purpose. I thought Purpose was interesting. What happened to Purpose? You know, Major Lazer.
I don't
Diplo.
know.
Don't know where my
I
uncle
co-signed
finds
that
these
album.
things.
Yeah.
We drove the Red Legion out.
I was like, this
Which
is
is the
good.
same
And I've
to
never said
whoever
that about a
comes
Justin
next.
Bieber album. So
Yeah. I mean, with rock, it's kind of the same thing. You kind of have to be the change
mm-hmm.
in order for it to be different. Like, I realized, like, when I think back on, like, the really interesting eras of rock, like, somebody did something, and then everybody was doing it.
It's so funny how you see that happen across multiple industries and multiple disciplines and
Yeah.
multiple, like,
We drove the Red
somebody will
Legion
do
out.
it
We'll
and
do
then
the same to
everybody
whoever
else,
comes
you
next.
know, like, it's like Piranha. Everybody else
Yeah.
will just try to get their piece
Yeah.
of that pie for as long as they can.
Mm-hmm.
But then you got to be the person ahead of it. Because
Right. I mean, that's the key. You just gotta do your own thing if you then, and
No word
really,
from
that's the
Fenchurch
only
today.
way to succeed
He
when you
must have
really
found
think about
something interesting.
life and artistic integrity.
or do it in a way that makes people think
Just
of
kinda-
you when they, you know, when it comes to mind.
Yeah. Mhm. Yeah. Exactly.
Because you don't have to be a great You don't have to be a
Exactly.
great song. You don't have to be, you know, terribly unique. But you can be an Old Town Road. Old
Yeah.
Town Road.
Did you see his outfit?
What? What was that?
It's what he wore to
What
the
shader
Grammy.
is that? So I know not to ever buy it from the Eververse. Like, what did he do? What
Looking
is
for
that?
anything special?
I mean,
It's like a bright pink, like
Jesus.
fetish cowboy.
Like the chaps, though.
look.
What's
Yeah.
with the chaps, though?
I don't know.
Yeah.
He was making it work though. Like only he could get away
I
with
was gonna
that, I
say
think.
it would if he had not proven an ability to just work it, no fucks given, he would not have broken my screen. He absolutely broke my screen.
Right. You broke your screen.
Top to bottom broke it. His suit was
He got himself
his
some
suit was as
Grammys.
pink as Tyler's shirt. Did he really? What did
Yeah.
he get the Grammys for? What did he get the Grammys
Yeah, he
for?
got two.
Need some new moves, Guardian? Maybe a new
I don't remember. I think it was like best rap performance
that's-
and best single or something
Wow.
like
know
that.
where my uncle finds these things.
Yeah.
That's surprising. That is very surprising. So it got rap Grammys. So we couldn't quite tear the fabric of the country rap universe this year, huh? It was too much. They're like, look, we'll give him Grammys. But we
Actually,
will not break the very fabric of the country versus rap universe. Not yet, right? It's too much too soon. Okay.
I'm actually not sure. Let me see.
Like we're gonna need a few years of this, okay? We can't just do it all at once. You know, it's like Caitlyn Jenner winning Woman of the Year after not even being a woman for a year.
Our inventory is
It's like,
stocked.
listen,
so
stop,
No rush.
stop it. It's too much. All right.
Oh, okay. So he won best music video
For
and best duo slash group performance.
I agree with that second one. They're talking about the video for Old Town Road. I don't think
Yeah.
I've ever seen it. I think I've seen a clip of it, but I don't think I've ever seen it. The song started out as a viral hit and a TikTok and I don't know if you remember the original music video for it was
Don't
literally
get
just
too
footage of Red Dead
distracted by
2.
the new setup, Guardian.
Oh
Yeah.
wow.
It was just footage of someone playing Red Dead 2 with different filters on it. That song has a
Interesting.
very interesting life. But all of that
Yeah.
to say that, yeah, you know, when you're the first to do something, really the innovation ball is in your court. If you don't innovate, they're gonna
Looking
either
for something in
Mhm.
particular?
just, you know, leave for greener pastures elsewhere for someone who is, or just kind of leave it behind entirely and go where the interesting things are. And I think the live service genre
We drove
is
the Red
still very
Legion out.
malleable,
Mhm.
The
and
same
at
should
present,
never
I can
come
still
next.
only think of two people that are doing it right, and that's Bungie and Epic. And
Don't
Epic
get
is
too
doing it
distracted
really,
by the
really,
new
Yep.
setup,
really
Guardian.
well. And Bungie still has the ability to, they haven't lost it yet. They still have the ability to get ahead of it. But I think this, we'll see how this year of seasons goes.
It's
So
easy,
far,
man, Guardian. You got the silver.
we've
First
still got
has the
a bunch of kinks to work out, I think. I think we have a few
Just
kinks.
browsing.
Sorry, I'm just looking at your post.
Oh.
Anyway.
Oh, did you see the way their facial expressions changed
No word
from the first to the
Venture
second
today.
post?
He must have found something interesting.
Yes.
How they're both they're looking in opposite directions, and then they're like, wait, they're like target acquired.
Don't get too distracted.
You see
by the
that
new
second
setup, Guardian.
picture? That was the moment they saw you. That was the moment they saw you in the audience. That was the second Luther caught you. Alright.
Not everything Fenchurch sends is safe
How do we do
to
this?
sell.
This is hilarious. Why are we so funny?
I don't know.
Just browsing.
Alright, but it's pretty late. I need to go to bed soon.
All right. Well, I appreciated the banana. It was a little bit of fun. I want a lot of bit of fun for the next one. I hope something cool comes out.
Yeah, me too.
I've already got my pigeons. No, I have everything I want in this world now. Now that I have pigeons.
Same. I have my pigeons. I got my lore to
You got
read
the
through.
pigeons?
Oh wait, no, I don't have the pigeons.
Wait, hold on. Let me take that back. Whoop. Okay, thank you. Had to hit the rewind button on that. Yeah, next episode, we will have an itinerary. There's an exotic quest that we still have yet to do. I think we should get down on the exotic quest. Maybe have a reprisal of the Shattered Throne. We're more powerful these days. If you want to try tackling that again with me,
Yeah, sure,
I'd
why
love to
not?
try that again after it bested us the first time, and we will do all of that while parsing the Saint 14 lore on the appropriate week. Yeah, I would have done it. I would have done it
Very
today,
nice.
but I felt like Iron Banner would have obfuscated things a little bit. So I say we just sit down and go over some Saint lore. Did you figure out who you were yet?
Yeah, let's. That'll be fun. No.
I told you. You already know who I'm gonna be.
You're gonna be, You're gonna be Osiris? What?
Only if you're Panoptes. Only if you voice Panoptes. No, I'm not gonna be Osiris. What? You know who I'm gonna be. I'm practically wearing the suit right now.
I
What?
don't know.
How
You're gonna be Saint 14, or you're gonna be Saint 14?
You're just making a habit. The disrespect, it's just, even in the outro? Listen, this just goes to show you folks that disrespect does not take breaks. Disrespect does not take time off. It does not take leave of absence. It is always there. And it'll be here on Wednesday when I come back with my helmet,
The world's changing,
shoulders,
Guardian. You must prepare and adapt.
and all of the Russian accent that you can shake a shield at. How does that sound to you?
Sounds good.
Alright, well, that concludes the expert playlist. The night of disrespect, the night of
It
collusion,
does.
where I was forced to be on the opposite team and hunt my former comrades, but not before a certain someone colluded with Swole Normus, stole his shtick, and well, I'm not even gonna repeat what she did. This is a family stream. She knows what she did.
Gonna have to watch the replay and find out what I did.
You and L. Ron Hubbard need to use far less vinegar. Is all I'm gonna say. Y'all need to cut it. Y'all need to cut it out with the vinegar. That's all I'm gonna say. How dare you? How dare you use your B button in that manner?
I also threw down a rift.
And he was never seen again.
What?
Nothing. Say goodbye to the
Alright.
people and stop marinating them in this. Like you marinated me in this. Listen, does my helmet say Lipton on it to you? Is that why you thought it was an appropriate place to steep? Can't believe you. Dignity. The
Anyway,
disrespect.
definitely check us out on YouTube and on the Twitters and on the Instagrams
14 gave me this
and on
helmet.
the Facebooks. Definitely on InfernalPenguins.com.
Traitors.
Yep.
Traitorous. You heard the traitor. You heard the, as the Dredgen calls her, snitch. Mm-hmm. The streets have ears, Jessica. That's all I'm gonna say. Until then, we will bid you adieu.
Take care of yourself.
Goodbye,
okay?
Iron Banner. And good night, everybody.
Good night, everyone.
Keep an eye on her. Don't turn around. Keep your third eye open. She does not take vacations either.